Black Ass Podcast with Hadia Robinson. Bono, 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 boom, ba-dum. Don't go outside. Midnight off the leash. Bono, bum, ba-dum. Ask your mama if I can spend the night. Ba-bum, bum, 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 bum. My mama and your mama was hanging up close. My mama socked your mama in the nose. What color was the blood? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Bubblegum in a dish. How many bubblegum do you wish? Y'all remember that? For the people who don't know, for the people who had horrible childhoods, for the people who mama never let them go outside because the neighborhood was really bad, i.e. horrible childhood, or for the people who never really played outside, which I don't know how old you are. You probably like 22 and under if you like never really played outside. But for the people who played outside like religiously, like who woke up, hurry up and did their chores and ran out the house, or the people who woke up and just snuck out the house, or for the people who mama was never home anyway, so they didn't have to do nothing but just wake up and go outside. And then was the kids who normally was outside with white stuff on their mouth and didn't brush their teeth, or clothes that was mad dirty or smelled like pee, but they was out there. They was like, how we in the world? That bubblegum in a dish. How many bubblegum do you wish? That was how you kicked off freeze tag, hide and go seek / hide and go get it. We ain't judging. And like that was the shoemaker, right? Everybody had to put their feet in a circle, boom, 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 go around, however many rounds it took until somebody was finally out. It was another one. I don't remember how it went. But anyway, went around and whoever was left, they were it. And they had to try to go boom, tag somebody so they wouldn't have to be it no more. But remember the people who like couldn't run or had asthma, the people who had asthma, it was a wrap. They was never gonna not be it. Woo! Yeah, man. Or the fat kid, like we just kept running, and like at a certain point, the fat kid was like, "I'm done playing this game. I don't want to play anymore." Right? And then everybody be like, all right," and then they'll let the fat kid like tag them so the fat kid can have one round. But then everybody be like, as soon as that next round came around, you in again? Like, damn, I'm going out. Children are so horrible. Horrible people. Yeah, man. That's how the outside game went. Couldn't wait to get outside. Shit, that was life. Day like today, though, I'm not trying to be outside. I don't even want to go outside. I'm looking outside, and I can tell it's cold. The wind looks cold. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking at the trees the trees in the distance, and they sitting there looking like, God damn, we ain't got no leaves or nothing. We ain't got no kind of support. Nothing. Anyway, what up, y'all? Welcome to Black Ass Podcast. That was all some black ass back down memory lane shit. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, coming back, being a part of the what? Party. I'm a little bit hyped this morning. I'm not really sure what's going on or what happened. I didn't have my B complex. I'm probably going to wait because that would take me up like another 3 or 4 notches. And I don't think anybody needs that this morning. What do I want to talk about? Oh, so remember when I was like, last week I was at the White House? Okay. So she got her picture back. So she's got the proof. Yeah, y'all thought it was a game. Yeah, me and moms, hanging with Barack and Michelle. We was gonna like stay and kick it and talk some more, chop it up or whatever, but like it was a line of people. They was like, yo, y'all stop talking and reminiscing and having a good time. Other people want their picture, right? And me and mom was like, all right, Barack, all right, Michelle, I'm gonna see y'all in a bit. Yo, stay up, okay? What's good? You can send my reparations to city. Psych. I'm sure if that would have happened, we would have been quickly ushered out. Like, okay, let me go ahead. Wait, my arm. This a new dress. But I'm super excited. I got the picture. I'll be posting that of me and my mommy lady. Yay! Oh, I recorded the hour that had been promoting for so long. It happened. It went down. It was a thing. It was a moment. So shout out to everybody that came. Shout out to Stand Up New York for hosting me and having me. Shout out to my homeboy John Laster who hosted the show, and it was amazing. Alex English, who opened up for me. That's cute to say. Like I never said that before. Like I've had people open up for me, but like to be like opened up for me for my hour taping, like that's a big deal. So shout out to Alex English, John Laster. Make sure y'all follow them. John Laster is at Real John Laster on Twitter, and Alex English is Alex English on Twitter. Both are very hilarious in person and on social media. So y'all make sure y'all follow them. Shout out to my homegirl Ashley, who put the whole thing together and helped me like put it all together. She's amazing. Spriley Scott, who is my stylist and homeboy, confidant, just family. Oh my God, amazing. Tyra Taylor, who beat that face. Okay, listen, you don't even understand when I say beat. She beat that bitch down. That was like an after school Sharkeisha beat down. You know what I'm saying? That was like a meet you at the skating rink. I know you ain't talking to Javon because I'm talking to Javon and we go together. We been going together and then bop, bop, bop. Yeah, that's what she did to that face, baby. She beat that down. So Tyra Taylor, thank you so much, sis. Sprightly Scott, thank you. Bedford Bond, that's my crew. They was there in spirit and in person. It was an amazing night. Fun times, good times. So many comedians came out, showed love, was in the building, taking pictures. It was great. You know what? I think it's great to set a goal and accomplish it in any way you can. Just kind of creating those milestones for yourself, those markers in your journey later on in life when you old and sitting up, smoking weed, or if you're on an oxygen tank, you just taking puffs off the oxygen tank like, man, I remember. Wait, that was my Eddie Kane Jr. That voice is too scratchy. Hold on. Oh, Lord, back, it was 2016. It was, I remember. It was 2016. Yep, because Trump had been elected, and that was right before the zombies came. Whenever old people I'm sorry. Whenever old people telling the story, they always got like they'll be sure of the event, but they always got to connect it to something else. Anyway, it was a great night. We had fun. Feeling good, man. It's that, holiday time, getting ready for that holiday cheer, whatever. I'm just trying to find a place to go have some macaroni and cheese. Okay, I'm going to be honest with y'all. You know what I mean? I'm not really a Christmas kind of girl. I mean, if you want to give me a Christmas gift, don't get it twisted. Thank you. But I'm not necessarily a Christmas, like, oh, but look at the lights. Oh, elf on the shelf. Oh, God. It's Christmas time. Is it a nutcracker? No, I'm not doing all that. I'm not really, like, that's not really necessarily my thing. But I'm here for some good Christmas dinner, some Christmas cooking, some Christmas spades tournament shenanigans, eggnog with the with the E and J in it. I'm here for that kind of. Yeah, we can do that. But so that with that said, if you got some Christmas shit going on, preferably in Brooklyn, because I ain't trying to go far, y'all. When I say it's cold, it is cold. And shout out to my listeners in Chicago. I think it's like 1 degrees there. 1 degrees. What do you even do with 1 degrees? 1 degrees. I think I was hearing that it was like -15 at night or some shit like that. I don't even like right now in New York it's like -16. I think it's probably 18 by now. It's going up with a high of 28. Oh, okay. Shit. I probably only need like one pair of long johns. What? I just need like 2 pair of socks, 1 pair of long johns, and a scarf that turned into a turban, right? I'm good. You know why? Am I the only? I feel like I'm the only person that hates winter. Because when I'm talking to people, they're like, "Oh my God, this is my favorite time of year. Because you got all the fashion, and you get to a sweater and like a A-line skirt and a high knee boot, and you get to bitch. I ain't trying to put all that on. I want to put on like a tank top and flip flops. No bottoms, just ass out, just ass in the wind. I don't want to be. It is this girl. You could get like a cow neck turtleneck. Ain't nobody trying to wear no big ass cow neck turtleneck shit over there looking like an uncircumcised penis. Ain't nobody. No, this shit ain't cute. And then like you can. This is hats. You can get all your hats, hat seeds. Ain't nobody trying to wear no hot ass hat. And then like you get something, you get some chili, and you get beans and meat don't go together. Yeah, it do. It do. Anyway, bah humbug. I feel like that's probably what it is. But I'm not going home to see my family. Bah humbug. It is what it is. So enjoy, okay? Enjoy your dry ass Christmas cookies, okay? Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Anyway, let's get into it, man. I'm over here playing around, acting like I ain't got shit to talk about. You know what? It is the season of giving, right? Because KFC accidentally revealed the top secret recipe for its chicken. Boom! Yeah. I don't even fry chicken like that, but this is worthy of frying up a batch just to see if it comes out. Now, I'm going to be honest. I ain't even about to brag on my shit, but a lot of these ingredients I was already using. I'm just saying for me, because I know some of y'all fried chicken, salt and pepper, and then like, that's it. You know, yeah. Some of y'all don't even do that. Some of y'all don't. First of all, some of y'all don't even take the chicken out the pack and wash it. But I'm not judging. No, I am judging. I'm judging. Yeah, I'm judging. Anything come in your house, you're supposed to wash it off. You don't know what's going on out there in the world. These factories, they ain't cleaning shit off, right? That you don't know. You're supposed to wash that stuff off. That's why I don't mess around with y'all fried chicken most of the time unless I know your upbringing. But some of y'all only using salt and pepper. Some of y'all using like salt, peppers, seasoning, salt. I'll be like, okay, yeah, this is all right. But regular, basic. And then some of y'all be ODing on the salt. Y'all use regular salt, onion salt, garlic salt, seasoning salt. Bitch, wait a minute. You know you can get garlic powder. Everything don't have to be salted. You know, everything doesn't have to have flavor. Celery salt, cinnamon, bitch, cinnamon salt. Who authorized this? So, so of course some of y'all be taking it overboard. Y'all be using seasons don't even go together. Be like, why is it nutmeg and oregano? But here it is. I'm spreading the word. KFC out here want to be telling their business, so I'm going to help them. All right, here goes the recipe. It's almost, it's 11 herbs. I thought it was 13 herbs and spices, but KFC secret recipe, 11 herbs and spices. Boom. It's salt, thyme, basil, oregano, celery salt, black pepper, dried mustard, paprika, garlic powder, God dog it, ground something, ground pepper, white pepper. Boom. No, that's not ground pepper. It's ground something, but I can't see what it is. It won't let me see it, Jesus. Let me see. Let me look at this other picture. because I was like, I can see half of it, but I can't see the whole thing. All right, here we go. Oh, boom, ground ginger. Ah, I got it. I'm gonna be no. Okay, this is what I was using. I ain't gonna even front. This is what I was using: salt, thyme. I was using the the black pepper, paprika, the garlic, the lemon. I would do lemon pepper, but I didn't use the ginger, and I didn't use basil and oregano. So that's something to keep in mind. But I was using a lot of these. Celery salt, didn't know that. That one busts me in the head. Now, as far with the mustard, I use mustard. But see, the way I use I ain't gonna tell y'all. All right, this is how I use my mustard. After you got the chicken, it's all washed. And then you got it seasoned up, blah, 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 blah. Make sure you ain't got no little feathers still left on there. Sidebar, some of y'all ain't plucking the feathers off of y'all chicken. That's how I know y'all take it out. Y'all just take it out the pack. Y'all don't do nothing else. Y'all ain't washed it. Because especially on that wing, the little tip part that you just end up just gnawing on when you're sitting there thinking to yourself about all the ways your life went wrong and you gnawing on the tip of the wing. And you're sitting there licking the feather, that's how you know that chicken ain't been washed with your nasty ass. Okay, here we go. So, boom, washed. It's all seasoned, right? And it's sitting kind of in its own juices. Sometimes I like to put it in the refrigerator and let it set for a minute. Let the seasoning and everything just kind of soak into it. So it's not just sitting on the skin, but it's like trying to get involved into, right? That's when you take the mustard, boom, and you put it on the everything. I'm sorry, you put the mustard on there, boom, then you put it in the refrigerator and you just let it marinate. Give yourself a couple of hours, maybe clean your house, do some other stuff, give it about 2 or 3 hours or whatever to just sit in its own, and let the the pepper be sitting there talking to the paprika, like, so what's been up? I ain't seen you in a minute. You good, right? And then like the lemon pepper is like, hey, what up? Right? And then like the time is like, yo, so what? How long are we supposed to be up in here, right? Because it's time. Okay, anyway, boom. Then you take it out. Then that's when you got your like flour. But I personally like to add a little something on top of that flour too, because I don't want it to just be like flour. You know what I'm saying? Like that's no. The coating gotta also have a little flavor, and that's why I don't do a lot of salt on the meat. You do some salt on the meat, but you want to do a little bit of salt on the, boom, 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 right? Then you like Millie Rocket in the flour. You be like, I'm Millie Rock on every block, right? If you know how to Millie Rock, that's what you be doing with the meat in the flour. You be like flipping it back, right? Boom. Get your grease, cast iron stove, or you get, first of all, sidebar. Remember that video that was going around of the people that was using like aluminum tin with oil in it to fry fish, fry chicken right on the stove? Like one of the big ones that you put macaroni and cheese in that you serving at the homeless shelter, or you serving for a huge ass family, and they would take that, fill it with grease, put it on the stove and like fry chicken. And did anybody die from that? I'm just wondering, because I remember watching it on like Facebook and seeing these little videos going around. I was like, that seems so stupid, so hazardous. But I mean, because it's one thing, of course, it can withstand the heat, withstand the heat. I said withstand. Poor brain cells. Withstand the heat, like, because you put it in the oven, you can bake stuff in it. But I felt like once you add in like heated oil, I felt like that would be what would break it down. And if it breaks down and the hot oil just starts spilling out everywhere, it's not like you're going to be able to pick it up with a washcloth. This is hot ass oil, so you have just like it's lava pouring onto your floor at that point. Like, anyway, just a thought. Wondering if anybody had feet turned into fried chicken from God, that's terrible. Like the ash on your feet is like the flour. Okay, cool. Anyway, so let's go through it again. Here are the 11 herbs and spices. That's right. We out here. We taking story. While you playing, we probably taking it back because you know somebody black gave Colonel Sanders, quote unquote, Colonel Sanders, gave him that recipe. You ain't gonna tell me some white dude came up with all these recipes for some chicken. Come on now. So, boom. Matter of fact, I'm about to break down and give you like the actual measurement. So, here we go. 2/3 tablespoon of salt, 1.5 tablespoon of thyme, a half tablespoon of thyme, half tablespoon of basil, 1/3 tablespoon of oregano, 1 tablespoon of celery salt, 1 tablespoon of black powder. No, this can't. Is it tablespoon? Teaspoon? Tablespoons. Okay. I was getting it right. Okay, my bad. Okay, boom. It's tablespoons. 1 tablespoon of black pepper, of dry mustard, 4 tablespoons of paprika, 2 tablespoons of garlic salt, 1 tablespoon of ground ginger, 3 tablespoons of white pepper. Boom, blah, booyaka, fire. Okay, sorry. So remember, everything I just read to you is tablespoons. So there you are, 11 herbs and spices. That's right. Share with all your friends. Colonel Sanders ain't about to be out here getting money off from our ancestors. No more. I say. All right. So, boom. Keep that in mind. I got to save that to my favorites. Make sure, never forget. Oh, so in other news, Mary J. Blige's husband is still out here trolling her whole entire life. Now, if you remember a couple of episodes back, I talked about her husband, Kendu, or whatever, and how they were getting a divorce. And he was asking for, like, I did a full breakdown of everything he was asking for, and it was basically disrespectful. Like, no dude that really didn't necessarily put into a marriage financially should be asking for that. Like, just no. Period. Just no. You ain't had no baby. You can still get out in them streets. You can still go out and make new babies until you 90, until you straight up on your deathbed, and you could probably still get a nurse pregnant if you wanted to. Physiologically, you can still have kids. Right. Whatever. Boom, 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 boom. He was asking for like $8,000 a month for a chef and for groceries. He wanted $8,000 for groceries. He wanted a chef. He wanted rent to pay. He wanted money to pay for his parents' house and all kinds of what? Anyway, now he's holding on to some of her old possessions. He has one of her Grammy Awards, right? He also has like some of her achievement awards, and I don't know what award she's won, but how you just hold on to somebody your name ain't on that, bitch. Anyway, he also has 3 of her cars, a Range Rover and 2 Mercedes. And one of them, she was like, you know what, you can just have one of these Mercedes. It is what it is, bitch. I'm going to be good. I just did a Christmas special, and Mercedes was sponsoring it. And they gave me a car included with the money that I was going to get for the shit anyway. So, okay, I'm good. So I'm going to let you keep one of these cars with your broke ass, right? But then this dude took $420,000 in business expenses. Remember, he was her manager for a while. $420,000 in business expenses while he was working for her. $420,000 in business expenses. So this one of them things that I think, when you are with somebody, you really got to have a clear understanding of how y'all going to get down. And I feel like where Mary J went wrong was when she had that, if she saw this $420,000 in business expenses on a report or whatever, and she didn't say something at the time, that's where she went wrong. First of all, $420,000 doing what, bruh? What business expenses? What, buying an island? Shit. What business expenses? Like opening a whole Walmart or something. Like I would need a full breakdown because how would this, because I know about business expenses. Like we all know how people get down. Like, yo, I'm about to take everybody out for drinks. Oh, it's a business expense. Oh, don't worry about that. I'm gonna pay for all the groceries. It's a business expense. Like we know how people play them games with the business expenses. That's you put it in quote whenever you're talking, right? Whenever you're saying something or you hear somebody saying something like, and they use that cadence, that mean they putting it in air quotes. Okay, so we clear. But I feel like, bro, you already got me for $120,000. Give me my fucking car, ho. Give me my Grammy. Shit. I only got about 4 of them. Hell. Okay, oops, my bad. Mary J done got her life with some Grammys. She got 2009 Best Contemporary R&B Album, 2008 Best R&B Performance, 2008 Best Gospel Contemporary. She had 2007 Best R&B Song, 2007 Best R&B Album, 2007 Best Female Vocal Performance, 2004 Best Pop Collaboration, 2003 Best Female Vocal Performance, and 1996 Best Rap Performance. Okay, cool. I didn't think rap performance. That just blew my mind. She had Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group. Oh, you're all laugh together, cry together. I swear to God, I hope we can die together. Yeah, okay. She got that because that was the jam. You're all I need to get by. Okay, so yeah, my bad. She ain't really getting nothing for. I would think most of her joints would come from like, can't live without you, can't live without you, baby. Oh. That album was a fire. Can't live without you. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom. I never wanna live without you, babe. When was Waiting to Exhale? Because I feel like she should have got something for that too. Wait. Remember with the headscarf on? That was Not Gonna Cry for the people who couldn't catch what the song was through me moaning. Should have never gave your black ass a microphone. Oh shit. Anyway, so yeah. And I'm not gonna cry time. Anyway, I think situations like this are just another reminder why it's so important to really protect yourself. You know, especially if you got money. You know what? Honestly, let me take that back. I think it's so important to really be clear about the person that you're dealing with and just protect yourself wherever you are. Even if you ain't got a lot of money. Like the last thing you want to be doing is arguing over who Al Green and goddamn Lauryn Hill albums. You only gonna argue over the first one. Like, let's be honest. The MTV Unplugged, nobody's fighting for that one. But I'm just saying, you don't want to be sitting up in court like, no, Your Honor, that was my that was my Ron Isley album. And like, yeah, that ain't cute. That's just not cute. But I also think, when you have a lot of money, it's really important when you have a lot of money to set up them strongholds. I'm not saying you shouldn't trust people. You can trust people, but just don't put yourself in a position where your trust, backfires. And now your husband is made off with $425,000 in business expenses, and you can't get your damn Grammy back. Wow. Anyway, so prayers up for Mary. She don't have to put a hit out on this dude and end up in jail. Speaking of putting a hit out on some people, putting a hit out on somebody. Okay, I gotta get my breath together, because for real, this story right here, when I saw the headline, I was like, oh, somebody gonna have to die. Like, somebody just gotta die. They have to die. All right, boom. So some school kids in Nebraska, for a school prank, mixed in their semen with some icing and fed it to their teacher. 2 boys. Actually, it was supposedly 3, but only 2 of them went through with it. A 14-year-old and a 15-year-old. They had a home ec class, and while they were doing one of their little school projects or whatever, while they were doing their class assignment, they kept excusing themselves going to the bathroom, and supposedly they were going to the bathroom, masturbating into a cup, bringing it back, mix it into some icing, and put it in an apple turnover, and they fed it to their 58-year-old female teacher. Now, supposedly one other student heard about it and told the teacher, but this is after the teacher had already eaten it. And first of all, let's be clear about what a prank is. This shit right here ain't no prank. This ain't no, once fluids go in my body that from a whole other person, that's not a prank. This is assault. This is a violation. I'm going to tell you right now, 14, 15, I don't give a fuck. I want your ass in jail. I want you to go to prison, or and not even that, I want your mama to go to jail. I want your daddy to go to jail. I have no sympathy for nothing, because obviously you thought this shit was a joke and funny, which is a reflection on the people that raised you. So everybody in your house needs to go to jail, okay? Your baby brother needs to go to foster care jail. What the fuck? What type of kids are out here these days that would think this is funny, something that you should do? This why I ain't no teacher. This why I'm not going up in no classroom. This why teachers are not getting paid nearly what they supposed to be getting paid. Now, this woman, how is she supposed to go back to school the next school year? And because this is one of them things that kids gonna be talking about. This is gonna be passed down generational. You know what I mean? This gonna become the urban legend of the damn school. Like, yo, this is 2072. I think there was a teacher that went here one time, and some guys jizzed in her icing, right? She can't go back to the school next year and act like this shit didn't happen. You know what kind of shit kids are gonna do from here on out? They're gonna be putting glue on her, on the window of her car, like, what does this look like, right? They're gonna be putting just come up and throw some milk in her. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm not even trying to be funny right now, but if I was this teacher, like, after everything was done, more than 6 months done passed, probably more than 3 years done passed, right? And these kids have gone on with their life, because nothing's going to happen to them. Nothing is really going to happen to them. 14, 15, nothing. Nobody is releasing these kids' names, so we don't know who they are, right? And then for the kids that are at the school, these kids are like, oh my God, can you believe what Rick and Trevor did? It was glorious, right? So for the kids there, they think that shit is cool. Or some kids are grossed out, but the majority of them think it's cool, right? So she only has one real true course for revenge, right? First, the like it's got to come in three different parts, right? So the first part is you go and you bust out every window of a house, right? You go figure out which window in his house is to his bedroom, like the window that's specifically to his bedroom, and you throw a Molotov cocktail. Cause you gotta die. You can't live on this earth and you done fed me some semen and I ain't even know about it and everybody know that I had semen. I had an apple turnover with your nut on it. You can't live no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, he's only 14. He just got here. His balls just came out of his stomach. That semen ain't even really semen yet. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, when kids are little, like, it's not even really real semen yet. It's not even really sperm in there at this point. Well, no, I take that. I know some 15-year-olds that made some babies. What I'm saying is you have to die now. You can't live this life. So that's the first step, right? I would probably do it when he's not at home. That way nobody's hurt, but everything he owns is gone. Dead, like nothing there. He has nothing to wear, right? So now his family is in a huge financial hole because they got to replace every window on their house. They also got to do reconstruction on his side of the house. All new clothes, shoes, everything that he ever owned, gone. That's what I want. I want that to be a consistent reminder in his life. You have nothing. As long as we're both on this earth, you have nothing. Boom, right? Then he goes to college, right? Or, I feel like a kid like this, he's not going to do anything with his life. He's a horrible person. He's not going to be reprimanded. He's not going to suffer any consequences for what he's done. So, you know what I'm saying? He's going to feel like, so I can see him never becoming anything. So boom, if he goes to college, fine. I take a drive to his college. You know what I'm saying? And every year I steal his bike. You know what I'm saying? I prank call his job until he get fired. If he's in a dorm, now granted, you can't set the whole dorm on fire. That's when you really have killed some people. But you know what I do? Everybody that he's friends with, I would start doing shit to them. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't have friends. You can't live. We can't both be on this earth and you have friends. No, you don't get a regular life, okay? You don't put your bodily fluids in my mouth without my consent. This is rape. Oh my God, I just had it. It's in my brain. This is a form of rape. So boom, I would go for rape charges. I wouldn't even care. I would go for rape charges. Now I know it's two of them. So I would have to go then recruit somebody to help me because you can't be in two places at once, right? One of these kids is going to go, they might end up in opposite ends of the dang on, state. So boom. Find somebody. Craigslist is great. It's always crazy people on Craigslist. Y'all build a relationship, build a friendship. Then once you build a friendship, you tell this person what happened to you back in 2016. They're like, oh shit, both of y'all crazy at this point. They are absolutely open to whatever kind of debaucherous plan you have. Boom. So now y'all tag teaming. So y'all want to do the same thing at the same time every day, and no matter. So where these kids are, it's happening to both of them. So at some certain point, they can be like, what the fuck is going on? And they're going to come back together. And whenever they come back together, because they're going to have to meet and be like, yo, did this happen to you? This happened to me. I can't believe this. How is this happening? It's like the Matrix. Boom. That's when you catch them. They probably at a bar somewhere. They older, right? They life ain't shit because you've been fucking with them their whole life from like 15 on, right? Boom. And you get them to some place, right? And then once they in the same place together, sniper gun. Sniper guns. Oh my God. Yo, this why I'm glad my mama ain't no teacher no more. And shout out to all the teachers out there. I really I commend you because I don't even know how. I don't know how you do it. But with everything I just laid out, I'm dead ass. This is what would happen. He would try to go pick up his wife from the hospital after she had the baby. I would cut the brake line. You can't be on this earth with me. You can't. You can't be on this earth with me no more. You're not. We can't do it. Anyway, oh God. Okay. Um I mean, seriously. Like I'm not even trying to be funny. Everybody in your circle would suffer. You hear what I'm telling you? Everybody who knows you would suffer. It would get to the point where people wouldn't invite you to their house because they know something bad would happen because bad luck follows you everywhere you go. If you play soccer, if you are part whatever team you're a part of, like I'm reporting your coach as a sex offender. Like, dude, you can't. Anyway, so prayers up for this teacher, man. I really hope you don't have the crazy mind that I have because and I saw this article on the Mirror's website and I know that the Mirror is from like London. It's a London British publication or whatever. And the picture for this article is like a piece of bread or some kind of pastry and it's just soaking in a white substance. So for the Mirror, fuck y'all. Y'all didn't have to do this. As I'm trying to tell this story, I can't help but look at this apple turnover thing with this white. Woo! Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's take a break, hear from a sponsor, and we'll be right back. All right, y'all, it's that dreaded time of year again. It's tax season, and Uncle Sam is coming for his cut like a pimp up a dark alley in a long Cadillac. That's right. Psh, psh, where's my money, bitch? But don't let that spoil your plans to stun on these hoes in March. Use Claim 'em Tax Services and get an extra stack on your return by claiming somebody else's kids. That's right. Use promo code WYBA for 20% off your order. And if you are a parent of a kid you can't claim, then give them a call and get your cut today. That's Claim 'em Tax Services. Don't forget to tell them Black Ass Podcast sent you. All right, back, and it is time to go ahead and take it on home. I saw this article and it makes sense, but it's like, oh, for real? Oh, now? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, now. Oh, okay. So, it's being reported that Congress pledged $1 billion to tackle the opiate epidemic. Because now in 2016, Congress and the rest of America realizes that drug use should not be a criminal act. It shouldn't be. It's not a criminal problem. It's a public health problem. Oh, okay. So now that white people are overdosing with heroin use, now that there are huge spikes in white people using drugs because of they can't afford the prescription drugs anymore, so they just go boom and they end up on heroin, and then some of the heroin, of course. I watched this report, y'all. This dude was saying that when he's putting a batch out of heroin, he makes sure that one of them is definitely going to make somebody overdose. His reasoning is that once these people who are hooked on drugs hear that somebody overdosed, in their mind, they like, damn, that shit must be fire. And they make sure to go back to that dude. Like they figure out, or word on the street, who got what and where they getting their stuff from. People, drug addicts will be like, yo, I gotta go use Chad's shit because Chad killed somebody last week, so I know he got that fire. That shit is crazy. But neither here nor there. I want to stick with the fact that now Congress, who ain't did shit for the past 4 years, okay? Congress, who damn near didn't even come to work. Congress, who let bills just sit on the table, wouldn't even just stay deadlocked on purpose. The jobs bill is still up there. Remember the jobs bill? Remember that shit that Barack was trying to move forward? And they was just like, nah, I don't really feel like, I mean, people out of work and everything, but this bill ain't gonna really put them to work the way we want to put them to work. I mean, we ain't working, so they don't need to be working. So let's all just chill right here. I know Barack only gonna be in office for like 2-3 more years, so we ain't gonna do nothing until we know for sure he out of office. But they saw fit to all of a sudden pass $1 billion. Okay, so white people, white drug addicts, people on fucking heroin and shit like that, they get actual support. $1 billion. They want to tackle the opiate problem. They want to tackle this tragedy of this soul crushing epidemic. I mean, I'm not making these words up. These are the words that are in the report. One of America's national tragedies, the most soul crushing, is the opiate epidemic. So it wasn't an epidemic when black people was on crack. Oh, really? And not even necessarily on crack, because we had the access to prescription drugs, and then we was using the prescription drugs, then the prescription ran out, and then we just happened to start taking crack and shit like that. No, this shit was forced into our communities. This shit was governmentally sent into our communities. People end up on the shit, and instead of it being $1 billion to tackle the soul-crushing epidemic of the soul-crushing crack epidemic, no, they was like, no, lock these motherfuckers up. No, these crackheads, they can't be out here on the street. Look, if you get caught with crack dust in your pocket, bitch, you going to jail for 20 years. But white people on fucking heroin, like, and the thing is that I'm not saying anything that everybody else isn't already thinking. But the fact that it's presented as this, we have to help these people. Like the 21st Century Cures Act. Where the fuck was this act? Where was the 20th Century Cures Act? When women was out there prostituting their babies for crack. When people was out there breaking into homes and stealing anything they could fucking find for crack. When people was laying out in the street and getting murdered on the fucking block just coming home from work, when teachers was getting their head blown off for crack. Where was all this compassion and care and concern when it was crack, when it was black people, when black people was getting sent to jail at astronomical rates, and not even sent to jail like we're going to help them get better, we're going to get them some kind of help. No, your ass is going to jail because you taking drugs, but now these people are taking drugs, and now it's like, we have to help them. The money heads to states, especially the ones hit hardest by opiates. Maine, New Hampshire, Georgia, and anything from Illinois to Pennsylvania, which means that's Indiana, Ohio, fucking Kentucky, Tennessee, right? But it's, we have to help them. It's still black people on crack, you know that, right? No, fuck them. They gotta go to jail. They can't be out here doing crack and shit, fucking up the kids. Stay away from drugs. Moms gets drugs. Moms get crack. If you on crack, we gonna crack you in your fucking head. White people on heroin. I'm baking cookies for a cure. Really? The money is going to fund prescription drug monitoring, increase opiate abuse, and overdose prevention training. Really? Where was all this drug monitoring in the hood when crack was out? You can fuck around and get you gotta laugh because this shit is so fucking horrible. It's like, you have to laugh. You have to laugh because these people really, and then this is where the article starts, right? The most famous death came from Prince last spring. Really? Really? So you're going to try to use Prince's death as this catalyst for, it's because of Prince. We need to make this big change. No, bitch, don't use Prince. Use fucking, what's the fat white man that died from heroin? Use Heath Ledger, good ass actor. He was in the Capote. He looked like a Oompa Loompa, but not so short, right? He looked like Donald Trump, but not orange, like a white version of Donald Trump. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I've given enough clues. You know what I'm talking about. Use them people, because that's who the fuck y'all care about. Prince death did in no way motivated y'all to be like, the purple one is gone. Oh God. Okay, we're gonna go down to Paisley Park. We're gonna set up a memorial, and from there we're gonna get to work. We're gonna hit the ground. We've got to stop this epidemic. You ain't give a fuck. But because Maine, New Hampshire, and the Midwestern stretch from Illinois to Pennsylvania, now it's like, we can no longer stand by. Y'all ain't give a fuck when it was Detroit, Baltimore, fucking Harlem. Y'all ain't give a fuck about that. All of LA, the entirety of LA, every part of LA where crack was at. Y'all ain't had no problem with that. Right? Y'all ain't had no problem when it was crackheads walking around Atlanta and shit like that. Y'all ain't had no fucking problem with that. North Carolina, y'all ain't had no problem with that. Y'all ain't had no problem when crackhead was all up in D.C. and shit, walking across Howard University campus and shit. Y'all ain't had no fucking problem with that. No problem at all. Any street, any Martin Luther King street, y'all ain't had no problem with all the crack that was over there. But now, don't nobody. The way forward is clear. This is Yale School of Medicine. This is Catherine Hawk and her colleagues. They wrote a review. Okay. I mean, this is how serious this shit is. You know what I'm saying? They wrote a damn review. The way forward is clear. Prevention, treatment, and harm reduction. Oh, wow. That is so compassionate. Where the fuck was the harm reduction when y'all was running up in crack houses and shit and murdering everybody up in that motherfucker, firebombing them shits, dragging people out of that motherfucker? Where was all this compassion and shit like that for the people who was overdosing back in the day, for the crackheads that was dancing at the gas station in the middle of the winter with no drawers on and shit? This shit is fucking bullshit, dude, for real. But now it's the concern, and we got to figure out what we're going to do. Okay. All right. That's what's up. I hope this shit don't work. How about that? I hope this shit don't work. I hope this shit fall through, and I hope the same results happen where you know what? I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I don't have to do this. I know who I'm talking to. The people that's listening, I know y'all fired up too. I know you fucking mad as hell too, because I know everybody on listening, and some way or another, if you're a person of color, you have been affected by the crack epidemic. You know someone who's been affected by the crack epidemic. We got aunties that's still out here in these streets 30, 40 years later, still on that shit. They maintaining like a motherfucker. They ain't got no teeth left. Honey, thin as goddamn school paper, right? Not even like the whole sheet of school paper. I'm talking about the space between the two lines. That's your auntie trying to come by the house, right? You ain't seen your Aunt Sheila in 3 Christmases, and she pop up on the porch. Everybody like, damn. Hey, yo. Hey, it's your Sheila. It's Aunt Sheila. Grandma come out the house. She's crying already. First, grandma was in the kitchen. She heard Sheila on the porch. She crying, heart palpitating and shit. Everybody trying to call grandma down. Your mama, your uncle go outside. Sheila, get your ass out of here. You know, mama can't. We can't do this no more, right? Then big mama come out the house, breathing all heavy and shit. Walk over to Aunt Sheila. Right? She hugging Sheila, arms wrapped all the way around Aunt Sheila to her own goddamn back. Look like, remember back in the day when you act like you was kissing somebody, but you was just rubbing your own back? That's her hugging your Aunt Sheila and shit. Aunt Sheila come in the house, get something to eat finally. She ain't ate mad long. Everybody sitting down, you know, your uncles and your aunt, your mama and them in the kitchen trying to figure out how they gonna get Aunt Sheila out the house before she steal everything in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And somebody finally just pull some money together. They ask Aunt Sheila, you want to go to treatment? No, I'm good. I ain't on that shit no more. I don't mess around. Aunt Sheila, do you want to go to treatment or not? I told you I ain't messing around. No, you ain't gonna treat me like this, right? Then your Aunt Sheila finally, you know, you catch her by the Christmas tree. You like, oh shit, Sheila. You know what I'm saying? Then your uncles pull some money together, put Aunt Sheila in the car and take us wherever she want to go. This is your fucking family holiday. We had to deal with this shit, but all of a sudden, it's an epidemic. Our family is still fucked up behind that shit. right? Not just, like physically. I'm talking about emotionally. Our families are still fucked up behind the crack epidemic. This shit been going on for 2 years, and all of a sudden now they doing everything in their goddamn power to make sure that they get this shit settled in the most compassionate way, right? But it ain't about race. It ain't about racism. It ain't about none of that. Yeah, all right. Ain't nobody stupid out here. Y'all ain't fooling nobody. And all in all, anyway, I ain't gotta do this. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. You know what it is. Black Ass Podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Make sure you follow the podcast, man. Go and subscribe. If you are listening on iTunes, whatever platform you're listening on, take 1 second, please. I'm asking. Just take 1 second and leave a comment. Let them know. Leave a review. Leave a review. Let them know you listening. Let them know how you feel about the show. And share it with your friends. Share it on your page. You can follow Black Ass Podcast on Twitter as well as Facebook. And, of course, you can follow me, Hadia Robinson, on all social media platforms at hrcomedy.com. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening. Happy holidays. Have a safe and wonderful happy holidays and all that good stuff. And if you are in New York and you cooking Christmas dinner and you want somebody to come by the house and hang out, you want to make some bomb-ass macaroni and cheese, you know what I'm saying? Bitch, no. All right, y'all, I'm out.